steering it is broken down.
Hello all and welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's home of the desert down in Sauber, and we are here today for the Grand Prix, starting pole position, and you know, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a long journey so far into getting into about where we are now. So yeah, please drop a subscribe. Please drop a subscription, and comment if you're interested in this series. And so this track has 4.412 kilometers and 3.363 miles of track length, and race laps. Today we've got 57 whole race laps, and the race distance is a whole 308.238 kilometers. In miles that transforms to 191.53. Anyway, the lap record was set by Sebastian Vettel in the 2018 qualifying, and that was in Q3, just before that, before he got pole. And the maximum speed was up to 330 kilometers an hour, about 205 miles an hour. So without further ado, let's get into this. This is the grid. I start pole, Alex Albon starts second, Sergio Perez in third, Carlos Sainz in fourth, Antonio Giovinazzi. Oh yeah, and before I get kicked off, I couldn't edit the grid so that it was the same results in qualifying, but I managed to do it so that I was still top. But everyone else has slightly changed a little bit. Hopefully that shouldn't affect too much. So yeah, we kind of got right there. But yeah, anyway, I was continuing from Giovinazzi to Kvyat to George Russell to Romain Grosjean, Lance Stroll, Esteban Ocon, Nicholas Latifi, Valtteri Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, Sebastian Vettel, Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, and to round off the grid we've got Kevin Magnussen, who in the actual qualifying was terrible. He was just absolutely godsmacked. But this is our settings so far. If we just quickly go on to audio really quick, we could turn the engine volume back up. And obviously this is a whole race, it's 57 laps, so, and we've also got the formation lap to include that as well. So guys, it's going to be a tough race because the Sauber obviously might not be on top performance, but hopefully we do get the best results out of this car today. Well, let's just hope so anyway, because we kind of need a win in this instance. And then hopefully we can get up the table from our P6 result in Melbourne. But obviously, because I switched teams, the thing has changed. My points have changed. I'm lower on the table, I believe, depending on where Kimi Raikkonen came in when he was racing. But apart from that, we're going to get straight into this. We're going to get out on track now as we speak. But this is our car so far. We're going to go about 45 litres of starting fuel. Stop one, how do we, I don't think we could change that, but if we just keep it like that, then this is the like degrees and brake temperatures and stuff like that. If we just turn that up so that we can steer faster, we can do all that type of stuff. Suspension, and this is the advanced settings in the car. Now I wouldn't really touch all this because I'm not too great with this type of stuff, but when it comes to, you know, this type of stuff, I'm not too bad. But we can, oh yeah, what I was going to do, we're going to put some aerodynamic power, so more downforce into them too. So that's all we really needed to do. If we quickly just get our view of all the cars, they are all on the grid except me, obviously, because I'm in the garage just getting ready. We got a great view there of all the cars, and you know what, I'm really gassed. You know, it should be a great Grand Prix. Hopefully we do get the best result out of the Sauber today. It would be great, because obviously we need that result. We need to pick up some points as far as things go so far. So if we quickly exit out of that, we're going to get into the formation lap and just test the car out as well while we're at it. So here we go, we finally get out on track now, and it should be very, very, very good. As I'm not too sure why he's gone ahead of me there, but obviously this is just the formation lap. He's got to let me pass again. Right. Yeah, so far these tyres are stone cold. We obviously need some optimum temperature in these tyres, because we can't run on stone cold tyres throughout this race, and we certainly do not want to afford a crash in the slightest, because that would just ruin absolutely everything that we've done this weekend or week. As we come down the final corner, we're just going to get into our grid slot. There we go. Now, welcome along everyone who's watching this Grand Prix today. I'm really excited. We're going to try and get the best result as possible. Here we go. 5 lights. Almost getting out. It's lights out and away we go. Oh, we got a really bad start there as our rears just lock up on us, but there goes the Red Bull. He's going to try and go down the inside. I've got engine damage. I'm not too sure how, but I've had to brake early before my engine really overheated there. I've lost a few places, and the AlphaTauri just comes past me completely. I'm not too sure what come out the back of my engine, but I obviously got some smoke coming out the back, and there's my teammate behind me. I'm going to go down the inside of 2 cars at once, but oh, I just lost the place because I lost the rears of the car and I went completely wide, and that's cost me another place from my teammate as well. And so he quickly, oh, and I've been hit, and there's been another crash. Oh, there's been a massive accident. I'm not too sure what's happened, but there's been a massive crash, and I'm not sure if that's the end of my race or not, but I've had to respawn obviously, and my engine has got some big damage, and I'm going to have to try and get back out on track. We're probably going to have to restart the race, because my car completely glitched out then as well, and I ain't too sure what happened, but if we quickly restart this race, we're just going to skip the formation lap. Right, I'm going to redo this. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's lights out, and away we go. And the Red Bull has obviously got another great launch. just like the other restart we had in the other race. But oh, here comes the McLaren. I'm going to have to brake early just in case my game starts to lag, and it does lag really bad, but hopefully I could just make it down the inside of the McLaren. I don't think I did, and the Williams has also got past me, and that was not a very good start. And there goes the Haas as well, but I'm going to try to go around the outside of the Haas. It's not going to quite work out though, as he has a little lock up. That gives me an opportunity to go around the outside of that Haas, and I have done very nicely indeed. There goes the McLaren, nearly hitting the back of the AlphaTauri, but just managed to keep his cool. Here we go, round turn 5. Can we get a good exit and catch up to the back of the Williams? I don't think we will. In fact, the Haas has started to catch up, which is not very promising, as I just going slightly too deep then, and that gives the opportunity for Haas to try and get past. I'm going to close the gap on the inside so that he can't really go down the inside anymore, which I have done very nicely, and we get a clean corner out of there. But the Haas looks like they've got the slipstream, and I don't know if they're going to go down the L side late braking. No, they're not going to. And here goes the Haas. Are they going to pull to the right? I don't think they will. I think we've just blocked them off there. Very, very good. I was going to say we could go down the inside of that Williams, but that was just a bad idea overall. But hopefully we can go round the inside of that Williams. Here we go. Oh, he's just squeezing me. There's a bit of contact, but I just managed to pull through, and that was a very good move. I don't think I've got too much damage from that. I remember just hitting it slightly. Yeah, I've got no damage, which is alright then. But the Williams is going to try to fight back now, but I don't think he's going to have the straight line speed that I've got. And if we just go around the corner here, picking up some good speed now. This is very, very playing in my hands. This is really good. If we can just start to catch up to that McLaren somehow, then that would be awesome. But the Williams looking very, very strong behind me. They're not really giving up. I can see they're starting to close the gap again, which is not good news for me. But if we could just keep the momentum that we need, then we should be alright. Game's really starting to lag. Hopefully that doesn't affect the car too much. But someone's going in the pits, and that is, I'm not too sure who that is. I think that's the I think that was a Williams. I'm not too sure. I didn't really get to look. But here we go. We're going to go late braking. Not a good idea. We've gone slightly wide, and that's probably opened the door up for that Williams to try and get past. I think he will, but he's literally coming up behind me now, as I could just block the outside. I don't think it's going to work. He's going to go down the inside. I've gone slightly wide, but that shouldn't really be too bad. But he's got round the inside of me, and I can't really do much about that. But I've just kept ahead. I think he's going to go round the inside again though, however, and he will do, just to avoid contact. I have to let him past. That was very close. Here we go, round the oh, and I nearly lost control and then rears, and that's just proving I properly put too much power into them tyres. The softs obviously is probably the best racing tyres, unless if you wanted to go for out there for longer, then obviously you'd go for the mediums or the hard compound. But obviously I'm out here for performance. Pit stop shouldn't really be too bad as long as I can get a good enough gap. But here comes the Renault. The Renault started to catch up on me. Have I got a problem with my engine? I'm not too sure. I will check the stats bar in a second. I've gone really wide there. I've lost a lot of downforce, and that's gave the door right open to the Renault that's right behind me. And I don't know if he's going to get the slipstream, but I don't know. I'm going to have to try and defend this now, because he's going to try to go down the inside. I'm going to try and block it off, which I have done very nicely indeed. Oh, I nearly lost the rears again. And that's really opened the doors for that Renault to go round my inside, and same with the Mercedes. And I'm really starting to lose a lot of places. I'm not too sure why. I might have a problem, but I'm going to have to check the car in a second. But apart from that, yeah, we need to start making some places back up. before we start losing more places. As you can see, I've not got much grip in that bottom left tyre. Oh, I'm not going to try and go down the inside, but it just wasn't there. I kind of had to back out in the end. But nice try for me. Here we go. Here we go, down the straights now. Can I get the slipstream to catch up the here we go, round the inside, and there goes the Force India.
Alright, that was a 1:20
as he starts to catch up. Oh no, he's really starting to catch up now as we speak. He's probably going to go around the inside. I've locked up quite badly then. My rears are really starting to go at this point. I'm losing a lot of grip as we go down the corners. This is not good news for my little Sauber car. If we could just try keep the momentum going, then hopefully we should be alright in this case. But as we really start to catch up to the Mercedes again, if I could just keep this one clean, then hopefully I should get a good exit. Kind of do there, but the Racing Point is still behind me. Got a reasonable gap for him to try and get past still, and I've got barely any grip up there. Look at my tyre bar, it's starting to go to yellow warning signal, so obviously I'm probably going to have to pit in a few laps time. I might go for mediums, but I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if mediums or the softs will be the better option. I think probably the mediums, because then I can go for a longer amount of time out on the track without having to worry about pitting after a couple laps. But here comes the Racing Point on my tail. Can I brake early enough to get a nice clean corner? And yes, I do. But I don't know if it's going to be clean enough, because the Racing Point is really starting to catch up. And I've really got to start closing the gap between the Mercedes. Oh, there's a battle going on ahead of me. Is he going to go down the inside of that Williams? I don't think he will, and I've gone really wide there. Hopefully I could just keep it clean. Yes, I can. Just keep ahead at this moment in time. But here comes the Racing Point now. He's going to go around the inside, but I'm going to block it so that he can't go down there. But he's going to try to do the switcheroo, and he's going to try to go down the inside on this corner. I don't think he's got the pace at this point in time though. But however, as we start to catch up to, oh no, the Mercedes has passed the Williams as we speak, and the Williams really is starting to lose pace as I start to catch up to him now. Braking nice and early there, try and get the best exit, and there's a yellow flag. I'm not too sure why that is. Someone might have gone off. I'm not too sure 100%, but here we go. We're going to go down the oh no, we've gone a bit wide, and that's good. That's opened the door for the Racing Point to try and go around the outside, but I'm going to try and go around the inside, and he just gets ahead. But I'm going to try and brake a bit early. Oh, and that's really close. I've got to give space to the my teammate, and this is battle for 8th place. As I lose a place to my teammate as well as the Racing Point, but I'm going to get a good exit here, and I'm going to try and get the slipstream on that Sauber, but I don't think it's quite going to work at this point in time. But if we just try and get the slipstream, we could try and go down the inside here. Bit of late braking wouldn't be too savvy. No, not quite. But hopefully we can try and get good slipstream out of turn 3. Then hopefully we've got a chance. If we could just get oh, that was a fantastic corner. If I could just keep that clean through there, that was really good. And I'm going to try and go around the outside, but I just broke a bit too late there, and because of that I've lost a lot of time, and I need to start catching back up again. But so far we are P9 from P1. This is not the start I could have wanted or asked for. We could have easily had a better start if the game wasn't so laggy. But here comes the Williams now. Is he going to make the manoeuvre? I don't know if he will, because his teammate is ahead of that Racing Point. I can't remember if he was ahead already, but I don't think he was. But anyway, as we start to catch up to our teammate, Nazi, and I just had to brake a bit early there, just in case there was a collision, but no, I'm okay. And here we go, slipstream here. Can I pull down the inside, or will I have to wait till the straights? I'm probably going to have to wait till the straights, but I've got a really clean exit out of there. And he's probably going to start trying to close the gap now, but I'm just going to go down the right of him, and hopefully that's going to be a great slipstream. And I'm going to brake a bit later than him, then hopefully... and I've nearly lost it, and I nearly lost some pace, and there's been a crash! As the Williams has spun. I'm not sure if he went into the back of me, but that's a spin, I'm pretty sure. He kind of just spun out of that corner. He put too much power through that corner, and that's resulted in the Williams in a spin. Now, as we start to close up to that Sauber again, I'm not too sure if I got a bit of damage, but I don't think I did make collision with him. My tyres are really starting to degrade at this point. I'm going to have to think about the performance more than the pace. And here we go, and there's slight contact, but I just made it stick, so there wasn't contact. But yeah, kept that really clean. That could have been a lot worse. Here we go through turn 6 as we try to close the gap, but I don't know if it's possible at the moment. He looks like he's got the faster car. I don't know if a move is going to be possible at the moment. Hopefully it will be. There's been an accident, and that gives me a chance to go down the Mercedes and that Sauber, but I just haven't got the speed compared to the two. And the Sauber is probably going to get back ahead unless if I do some late braking. And the Sauber's going to try and go down the inside of that Mercedes, and I'm going to try and get the exit to try past him now, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. As he's going to try and go down the inside of Mercedes. Obviously at this point I should be thinking about team performance, and hopefully the Mercedes will... he's going to try and go around the outside to make the move, but oh my god, and I just had to avoid collision there, and that gave me the chance to go round the outside of that Sauber, which I have done very cleanly there, but I just had to take avoiding action there to make sure there wasn't any contact, and that was very, very close. As we go through turn 3 to 4, hopefully now we can get the exit that we need out of this corner here to pass the Mercedes. I don't think we will. I had to make a right turn there to make sure there wasn't any collisions, but as we go round the inside, and I've lost control of my rears, and that's opened the door to the Sauber and the Williams to try and get past me now, and I don't know if it's going to be possible, but the sparks come flying out, and it's a great view to see, not going to lie. And here we go, down the main straight. Can I start to catch up to the Sauber once again? I don't know if I will. I'm starting to lose grip on these soft tyres. Now, is that going to be a pit stop for me in a couple laps? I am not too sure. It depends how quick up the grid I get, because obviously I'm not in a position where I should be. 9th place, I could be in a lot better than that, but so far this just wasn't the start that we needed in the slightest. But we're going to try and go down the inside on the next corner of that Sauber. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. No, it's not going to be a good idea, so I kind of had to back out of that one there. Oh, and I kind of just had to move slightly there. He nearly brake tested me, and yeah, I kind of had to take another avoiding action there. My teammate looking very strong on the grid today in P8, but hopefully I make the move on him. I'm not going to make it so that we collide. I'm just going to try to do it so that we're on the straights and I do him, because then hopefully there's not as a bad chance of us crashing into each other. So obviously we need a good team performance. Hopefully we can go around the inside in a no, we can't go around the inside. Yes, we can. We got a really good exit out of there as well, and this is just what we wanted. As we go around the right of the Mercedes as well. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, this is brilliant. And we've just done 2 cars at once, but I don't know if that's going to make it stick. I don't know if it will. I'm going to have to try. make it stick, and there's a bit of contact between me and that Williams, and I swear to God someone just crashed into me, and I might have damage, I'm not too sure though, and my tyres have absolutely had it, and there goes the Mercedes around the inside of me. Now I'm going to have to, I'm pretty sure that's my old car, no it's not, it's Valtteri Bottas. Now I've just got ahead of my teammate. If we could just get a good exit out of here, then hopefully we can catch up to the Mercedes on the next straight. As I'm going to have to give him the room. There was not really a chance for me there, and the other Sauber is starting to catch up, but hopefully we can just pull a move on the Mercedes. If I could just get the exit that I need here, then that would be absolutely brilliant, but I think he just got the better straight line speed there. Oh, here comes the Sauber of that Antonio Giovinazzi, and I'm probably going to have to go down the inside of that Mercedes there as he tries to give me the room, but just not there. The room just isn't there, and here comes the Sauber on my tail. I'm going to have to try to defend. And I've got slightly wide there as I pay attention to where I think the Mercedes is going to brake, and he brakes there, which is very surprising because now, oh no, now the Sauber could go around the inside, but it's not going to quite work out for him just yet. Obviously I kind of got to make sure I don't crash into him, and oh, I've really locked up there. My tyres have absolutely had it. I'm going to have to try and make the move back on that Sauber, then hopefully I can just be able to box in peace. Here we go, round the chicane. I've just not got the speed in these tyres anymore. I'm starting to degrade these tyres, and here we go, there's a crash, and oh, I might have a bit of damage to my front wing, but I only went to do it on the Sauber. I didn't expect the Mercedes to still be there, but here we go, and here we go. Can I just close the gap on that Sauber again, as AlphaTauri really is starting to put the tail on me now, and I really should be thinking about that AlphaTauri behind me more than that Sauber ahead of me at that point in time. And here comes the AlphaTauri. I need to defend, which I have done very nicely indeed, and I've got a great corner out of there. Can we catch up to the Sauber now? We have got the slipstream, but so has the Sauber from that Mercedes ahead of him, so I don't think there's going to be able to be a move on this lap as long as we can catch up through the corners, because obviously on the straight line speed I've just not got the car at the moment, but on the corners I'm not too bad. So as long as we keep our cool so far, then we should be alright. Here we go through turn 2 as we, oh no, it's not turn 2, it's turn 3, sorry. Can I go down the inside? No, I can't. Is there going to be any contact? Here we go, down the inside, and that's a fantastic move there from me, and that was a very, very clean move. Now I've just got to make sure I stay ahead, as he's going to try to catch up to me now, but I've just got the better corner there, and that was fantastic. Ahead of me now is George Russell in the Williams. Now, can I close the gap on him? I'm not too sure. I am 8th place, P8. I've made a great combat, but it's just not good enough, is it? Nothing's really good enough at this point. I had a really bad start, but I'm still carrying on, and I'm probably going to have to box after this lap, because obviously there's a lot of cars starting to make some moves on me, and here comes the AlphaTauri. And I don't think he's going to be able to make a move at this point in time. No, he's not. I'm going to go slightly wide. That shouldn't mean I lose a place, though, as long as I just keep it clean through there, which I have done. That's very nice. There's a yellow flag. I'm not too sure why. Oh, someone's off! Someone is off! And I'm not too sure if that was an engine problem, but I saw smoke coming out the back of that engine. I think it was an AlphaTauri, and that might have been Danny Kvyat, but I'm not 100%. But if we could just try and make the move, if we could get the corner that we need here, then Hopefully we can catch up to Esteban Ocon in the Renault. Can't go wrong with a bit of late braking, can you? Yeah, we're going down the straights now, and here comes the McLaren, who looks like he wants to join in as well on the action. I'm probably going to have to box in a second because my tyres are absolutely done for, but I've only got 1 bar of tyres left, so I'm going to have to box probably this lap. I'm probably going to lose a lot of places as well. There's literally no gap between me and the other cars, so I might stay out for 1 more lap and then I'm probably going to have to box.
That was a 1:30.
As you can see, I'm really starting to lose a lot of pace out on track now. This is not very good. This is not what we really wanted. If we can get a good exit here, then... And here goes the Red Bull on the Mercedes. I don't think he's just going to quite get the move done. Oh no, it's not the Mercedes, it's the Renault, sorry. He's not... Oh, here go, they go side by side. Can the Red Bull go down the inside of the Renault? I don't think he can do, because the Renault's now got the inside and do the little switcheroo. But can I join in? Can I go round the inside? I don't think I can, but here I come on the Renault. Nearly making a bit of contact, but I just managed to keep it clean through there. I'm going to have to brake in order. Oh, and I've lost a bit. I lost a bit of traction there. And here comes the Renault back on my tail again. Can I make the slipstream work though? I don't know if I will. I have done very nicely indeed. And I'm probably going to have to box in a second, because that is it for my tyres. My tyres are absolutely done. Let me check my car. Yeah, I've got 1 bar left of tyres. I'm going to have to box. And we're going to do that now. Unless if we make the move on the Red Bull here, and then maybe we can box. We'll box next lap, because I think we've got a chance of making some places up here. And I'll have a chance on the Ferraris. I've got DRS coming down that main straight. Can I keep the corner clean enough though? No, I can't. I'll go slightly wide, and here comes the Ferrari and the Red Bull. They're fighting side by side, and then I'm just a sitting duck at this point. But here we go. The Renault is catching up, but I might just be able to catch up on the Ferrari. No, the Renault is going to go down my inside, but I might just be able to go around his outside. But he's still got the inside, and then I've just managed to get ahead. Very good move, but I'm going to have to make it stick, which I have done. I've closed that inside line so that he can't get through. Very nicely done there. Hopefully we could just... Oh, and I had to take a face of action. I'm going to have to give him that place back. I genuinely thought that was going to be a lot worse. He broke way too early there, and I'm not too sure why, unless he was just doing it on purpose. But he started to go really slow now. I could get 2 places here, and I don't think I will though, because the Ferrari has got the stronger car, and I'm going to have to brake again. Oh, around the outside I go, and that's a very clean move indeed. And I'm going to have to box now. My car has absolutely done for, as you can see. I'm pretty sure that's smoke coming from my car. And this is my box lap.
That was a 1:35.
As I go P12 now. Here we go. Just waiting for it to be released. There we go. We are released. Still P12. So we kind of got out on there all right. I genuinely thought we would have lost a lot more places than that. But am I the last person on track? No, I'm not. There is other people on track, but they're really far behind. I'm not too sure why that is, but we'll check that in a bit. As this car does feel a lot better now that I've got some fresh super soft tyres on them. Now we've got to make sure this does last through the race, and I have managed to not really see that corner there, and I have lost a lot of tyre from that. I'm meant to do a good outlap, and I've just mucked it up completely. But yeah, We go round turn 5, brake a bit early there, just to make sure I don't muck it up. And I really haven't got the pace today, I don't think. Like last time in Melbourne, in that Mercedes, I generally thought I was worse, but looking back, I probably would have been better in the Mercedes. But obviously we can't move now. We are stuck as the Sauber. We cannot move at all, and that's generally me saying that. I can't move from my team now, as we try to pick up the pace a little bit, which I am starting to. I can see some. Is that cars ahead? I'm not too sure, but I can see the other cars that are behind me. Right at the back. Yeah, they're right at the back. So I should be okay for now. I've just gone slightly wide there as I hit the grass, but here we go. Yeah, the highlights of this race will also include the table results. Now, that shouldn't take too long to do. That should, I've literally just got to count all the points that people have got so far. I'm pretty sure that's there's a car ahead of me. Yep, that is a car ahead of me, and that means I am starting to catch the pack up a little bit. Hopefully I could keep it that way, because I've lost a lot of time recently on this outlap. Probably I might have boxed a bit too early. I mean, but I was starting to lose a lot of grip, if I am 100% honest. So it might have been a good idea that I did box, but we are not too sure yet. Hopefully it was a good idea.
That was a 1:27.07.
I've just got to put my foot down now, I'm pretty sure. I've not got much to lose in this Sauber today. I might as well just put my absolute best in today's Grand Prix. And probably the best of the car's performance, because, you know, I honestly don't see how I come P1 in qualifying. That is quite something. Here we go, round turn 5. Now, this is where we usually get a clean corner, and we have done there as well. Very, very nice. I'm pretty sure I've lost a bit of time to the person ahead of me. I'm not too sure who is ahead of me, and my game's starting to lag, which is obviously a sign that someone has crashed, or there's a problem, or it's just general lag. It probably means someone's crashed or something. But yeah, the number 10 ahead of me is starting to catch up on 17. I honestly don't know what cars are which at this point, because I'm just so focused in trying to catch up to them. But if you guys can have a look as well, then yeah, I can see them ahead of me now. I'm pretty sure that's the AlphaTauri or the Williams. I'm pretty sure that is the AlphaTauri or the Haas. I'm pretty sure it's the AlphaTauri though. We're going to check the board in a second. No, it's the McLaren. Obviously, it was just a texture glitch, I think, because it's coming up as a white car for me. But yeah, I'm not so sure what that is. Round we go now. Down the straights, and by the way guys, we are on lap 19 out of 57. We have still got a very, very long way to go, indeed. So do stay tuned for this whole race, because it should be good. We are going to start catching up the pack eventually, so if we just make sure we be able to do that. I think that's lapped cars ahead of me. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. because that is definitely not a McLaren, I can tell you that. I think I am lapping someone, so this is not actually someone I'm battling a position
that
for.
was a 1:27.22.
Here we go, round the corner. Yeah, I think that is... I'm not too sure who that is, to be honest. It's an AlphaTauri, I'm pretty sure. No, it's the Haas, which obviously means this is not a car I'm battling with. This is just a lapped car. So hopefully he gets the blue flag. I just get to go past. I'm pretty sure I do, because look how slow he's going. I think that is a blue flag, because, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to go down the inside of that Haas now. There we go, that was quite easy. Obviously, because I just... he probably got blue flagged. But now the car ahead of me, I think I'm fighting. No. As I've somehow managed to lose the rears again.
That was a 1:29.84.
So guys, current race update. We are on lap 21 and we are P12, currently fighting to catch up with Lando Norris in P11. I'm not too sure what else to say, because it's going to be close, but at the moment I am quite far behind. I need to start catching up the pack now, because obviously I need to finish in the points if I want any chance of winning this championship. And obviously the championship update will be shown in the highlights, like the table, whereabouts everyone is on points and stuff like that. I think that is another Haas ahead of me. Yes, it is, as we get a nice little corner through there. So we just go round the inside here, or the outside. No, kind of gone a bit wide there. He should just be blue flagged, unless if he has got the faster car, which is giving him the opportunity to stay ahead. But no, he's got blue flag there. I could just go straight past him. Better said than done. So, oh no, he's got the faster car then. He started to catch up a little bit.
Right, that was a 1:29.16.
Because I broke a bit too late there. He's probably going to get back past. No, not at this stage in time. So, as we are currently P1, hopefully we can... No, not P1, P12, sorry. We can hopefully start catching up even further to Norris, because obviously the gap is starting to close a bit, but not close enough so far. I can just see that back wing of the McLaren ahead of me. Hopefully we can just try to close the gap a bit more to where we are at now. The gap is currently 6 seconds, and I tell you what, I've closed dramatically on that McLaren. So as long as we can make it a clean move and not a dirty, you know, down the inside smash into him, then we should be alright. Anyway guys, race update, we are on lap 23, still currently in P12. Oh no, Alex Albon is the man we're fighting, and that is a Ferrari ahead of me. The Ferrari is going to get lapped. Now that is very poor. Yeah, it says 16th, which obviously means he is about to get lapped. As long as we can catch up to him, obviously. If not, then we're kind of screwed, because we will be stuck behind a lapped car for the whole race. But that shouldn't happen, and we should just go nicely past him, nicely blue flag, for me to go through. Anyway, we are position 12, and there are 23 laps to go. No, 23 laps that have been completed. Sorry, and you know, hopefully we can. Oh yeah, he's just gonna get blue flag. I've got a. Oh no. Okay, right. I tried to go down the inside very steep there, and that was not a good idea. But hopefully he gets blue flag now as we speak. But I should just go around the corner and, yeah, there we go. Nicely done.
Right, that was
now we are fighting Albon, not Norris, unless if Norris crashed out or something. But there goes the two Red Bulls that go down the inside. One of them goes down the inside anyway, tries to make the move. One of them's come out of it ahead, I believe, and that is Albon that has just passed Verstappen. Now hopefully I can catch up to Verstappen. This is not very good team orders, because once they're fighting I can start catching up and try and make the move on both of them. So they should probably be thinking about more team tactics than you know, them trying to fight for their own championship points. But anyway, currently Albon is ahead of Verstappen. Hopefully we can change that, because we want to get in the action, obviously, make this a bit more interesting. And there goes Albon on I can't really see who that is. I think that is the Mercedes. Yeah, it's just a lapped car. I'm pretty sure that's Hamilton. That just proves exactly why I left the Mercedes to go to Alfa Romeo, because they're doing a lot better than before. And here goes Alfa Romeo down the inside, and I have done one of them, and I should just be allowed past him in the end, which I am. Very, very nice. There's a yellow flag, which is telling me someone has crashed, and that is the McLaren ahead of me. That is Carlos Sainz, and then before that we have got Albon, which looks pretty strong in this race. That should be a good fight with Albon. Everyone do watch that. He has looked up a bit, but so have I, just going a bit wide there. I was going to say that could have been a good advantage for me to get through, but maybe not. I've gone slightly wide again. Yeah, the gap is not even a second now, and hopefully I should be able to slot past the Red Bull. If not, then obviously that's not good, because I thought he looked quite strong, but now he's just going a bit slow, if I'm honest. My tyres are starting to degrade again, which is never good news. Here we go, down the main straight. Can I catch up to the Red Bull with the slipstream? There's no DRS in the game just yet, unless if I get a plug-in. But the more the McLaren defends him off, the more I can just go down the inside. But it's just not looking too likely at this point, and I'll get a really good exit there. Hopefully I can start catching up here. I have got the slipstream. Can I go down the inside of this Red Bull? Yes, I can. I can go. Oh, and there's like Williams to the left of me. I've kind of got to give him space, because otherwise there would be a horrendous crash. And I'm not sure if that's a car I'm fighting. Yes, it is a car I'm fighting, and so obviously I can't just go past him like normal. I've kind of got to battle him. And here comes the Red Bull coming back at me. I think I should get the better corner though, which I do. Very, very nice. Now, can we go down the inside on the next corner. I don't know if we will. It depends how this corner goes. I don't think it's going to be any good though, because obviously you can tell just because the Red Bull is starting to catch up. I could do the little switcheroo, however, but it's just not going to work at this point in time. But now I'm starting to catch up again. I'm going to try pull to the right. If I brake nice and early, just give him the space. Not going to work though. I tried to go round the inside, and the Red Bulls are now battling. They go side to side. Here I cut down the straight on that Williams, and that looks very, very, very good. As long as I could just make sure I don't make contact with the Renault. I make a little bit of contact. I've got to give him the room to avoid collision. And the Williams is just slightly going past me again. But here we go. We're going to pull to the right now, and I'm going to try to do the Renault at the same time. This will be very, very good, but I don't think it's going to work. This is not the car I'm battling, I don't think. No, it's not. It's just a lapped car, so obviously he's just got to let me through. But now Latifi does have some traffic ahead of him, so now hopefully that increases the chance of me staying ahead as far as things go. Now it's back to where we was earlier. The Sauber versus the Sauber. Now, can I come out of it on top? Like last time I didn't, but hopefully, yeah, hopefully I'll come out ahead of him this time. Now, as we start to close the gap, as we go around this corner here, can we get the traction? No, I don't think we can. Yes, we can actually. Yes, we're going to go down the inside, and we're going to go wheel to wheel, but he just gets the better exit. But I've still got the slipstream, and you could just tell the car's still catching up slightly, but it's just not fast enough compared to the other Sauber ahead of me. And I've kind of got to give him the room again. We are going to go side to side, but he just comes out ahead. And then I'm going to go to the right, and then hopefully we could just keep that, make that stick. And I just lost control of the wheel then, and but I just managed to keep it clean. If I could just get the exit to catch up on the McLaren next as well, then that would be great. Currently P8, and we are fighting against Norris, as I can go down the inside, and that's a fantastic move, but I've just made a bit of collision with the racing point of I'm not too sure who that is. It's just a lap car. I should be able to get past him fairly easy if I could just pull down the inside of him there. Not too bad there. My tyres are absolutely done. I proper put a lot of performance into them today then. But yeah, P7 at the moment. If you just make these tyres last, then that'll be absolutely brilliant. But no, they're really shocking at this point. Here we go. We are going around this corner, get a good exit, which we have done. That's very good. And then hopefully, if he makes a mistake or something, we could just go straight in for him. Oh, you can see my tyres are absolutely gone. I need to somehow find some grip on the track, while I have some completely dead tyres on my car. Yeah, because otherwise that will be race over. I will just go straight into a wall crash, and that is not what we want in the slightest. Ahead of me is Gazzy. That is a car I'm actually fighting. He's P6 at the moment. As you can tell, my car is very sensitive when it comes to steering now. Like whenever my tyres have lost grip, obviously the steering goes a lot more sensitive, and you do lose a lot of grip going through the track. And as you can see there, losing some grip, going slightly wide. Go round this corner here. No, just not the exit that we needed. Quite anyway. Down the straight you go now as the sparks go flying into the screen. Yeah, we are going to try go around the inside, but it's just, he just blocks it off. But I'm going to get the better exit, and hopefully I get the slipstream coming down the straights now, which I do. and this should be very good. As long as I can make sure I don't crash into him, then I should be alright. So you all know what happens when I crash into someone. I go absolutely flying. Anyway, race update. We are currently on lap 30, position 6, P6. That is. As I was going to say, the AlphaTauri is trying to battle for 6th place against me. Obviously, P6 is where I finished last time, back in that Mercedes. So obviously, I am up to standard in this Sauber. I'm pretty sure. And I have spun, and I've spun, I've completely messed it up, and I've got to let the other cars past. I'm not too sure how I've managed that, but I've kind of managed to have a little spin there, and my tyres are literally done. My tyres are done. I am back in P11. Yeah, I put too much power on the car coming out of that corner, and that was not a very smart idea, because now I am back in P11, and well, as you can see, the grip is starting to fade away on these tyres. Soft compound I am on currently. I was thinking about switching to mediums, and that probably would have been the better option, but I'm not too sure, because I might have lost places to Verstappen and all that back a while ago. As we now come down this main straight, can I start to catch up again?
That was a 1:38.44.
It literally feels like I'm in the wets at the moment. That is how bad it is. I don't know if you guys can notice as well, my speed has gone down a hell of a lot as well. But we've got to make sure I don't put too much power through that corner now, because we all know what happens, and it's not good. Here we go, down the main straight. Can we stop to catch up to Verstappen? Then hopefully try pull another place, back up to 10th, so at least I'm in the points. Because at the moment he's fighting with my teammate, and I swear there was a collision just then, and there is a collision, and Verstappen is, I'm not too sure what's happened there with Verstappen. He's losing a lot of seconds. Something must have just happened then. I thought there was a little tap on the Red Bull from the Sauber, and as you can see, my grip is really going at the moment, and you can really start to tell now. As I check the bar, all my things are on red, which is not good. I'm not too sure what happens once your bars go completely down. It shouldn't be like they blow up or anything. It should be like that you just lose complete grip, and then that would make things a lot more realistic. But we might just find out in a little bit. But yeah, my tyre on the rear left is completely dead. As you can tell, there's tyre marks coming from the back of it, and as I almost lose grip, I need to slow down on the corners a bit more, because otherwise we all know where I'm going to end up, and that is in the barrier. I am P10 at the moment, so we're in the points. I will take that at the moment, but hopefully we can catch up to P9 and make something out of this. And we have spun. If I could just keep control of that, which I have done. Oh dear, I just managed to keep control of the car so that nothing else happened. and I've got damage. I have got damage, and that is my tyre that has exploded. I've got to try and make it back to the pits. My tyre has completely gone. I've got to let him past. And that is not what we wanted in the slightest. That is very, very poor. We were so close to ending up back into the points, and there's a massive crash. I'm pretty sure that's game over now. No, it's not game over, it's fine. We are still in this, but only by a margin, and that is a very small margin as well. Our tyre has gone, and that looks to be it for the race. That might have to be a retirement. My first debut race in the Sauber might be ending in a retirement, and it has done because my engine has turned off. So that is the end of my Grand Prix, and what a disappointment. I was doing so well until I just couldn't have any control of the car. The back wheel exploded. I'm not too sure why. I think I put way too much performance into it than it should have had. But if I could just cool down the engine, then hopefully I can somehow get back into this. But apart from that, I look to be pretty much at that race now. If I just wait a little bit, hopefully my car does decide to turn back on, because I'd obviously want to still be in the race, but I don't think I'm going to be scoring any points today, no matter what happens. So that is a massive disappointment for today's Grand Prix. I genuinely thought we was going to get some points for our first debut race in our Sauber, but it has ended in flames, and that is very disappointing. Yeah, it's completely dead. The engine has completely gone from me, and as you can see, the wheels are flattened. If it wasn't for that massive crash, I don't think I would have had that engine problem. But apart from that, my car is just gone. It's dead. I can't do anything about it either. It's just completely dead. But if can we take a look? I don't think we can. No, we can't. It's just where it is now. But that looks to be the end of the race for today. I honestly thought we could have made it somewhere, but it just wasn't our day. So obviously that is really disappointing. I honestly thought we was gonna get somewhere high today, but it just ended in flames. As you can tell, I'm P16, which means P16. What does that mean? I don't score any points. That's it. I finished P16. Max Verstappen had brake problems, and yeah, that is very disappointing for the race. But it looks to me like that is the end of this Grand Prix. Now, I will say thank you guys for tuning in, and I would say as well that this will be the final grid order, because obviously look, the race has stopped. I think someone crossed the line to finish. I'm not too sure what's happening, but yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, right, now we can watch it live. No, we can't. I am not too sure what happened, but it might be because I paused it. Yeah, that is exactly why. But that looks to me like that is the end of the Grand Prix, and this is the final results. To start off with, we have Lance Stroll, who come first in the Racing Point. Oh, this is just disappointing. I honestly thought we could have got a great result. Anyway, P1 Lance Stroll in that Racing Point, P2 goes to Pierre Gasly, and George Russell in the Williams gets his first podium in this game. Antonio Giovinazzi at least got some points for us in P4. Esteban Ocon in 5th in that Renault. It's just a disappointment. I honestly could not believe that. Yeah, my engine, I completed 33 out of 57. Yeah, so that is a massive disappointment. But hopefully you come back stronger in what is it? I can't remember the next Grand Prix. I'll check on my calendar in a second. But oh yeah, it's Vietnam. That's it. Yeah, and we got Esteban Ocon P5. 6 goes to Valtteri Bottas. Great race for him. 7th goes to Lando Norris. 8th goes to Nicholas Latifi. Carlos Sainz, Sebastian Vettel, Kevin Magnussen, Daniel Ricciardo, Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton, Romain Grosjean, me with the engine failure, Max Verstappen in 17th, Alex Albon in 18th, very unlucky. He just had an engine problem that was just a bit fatal, to be honest. And Danny Kvyat in 19th in the AlphaTauri, and then we got Charles Leclerc 2 round off the grid in the Ferrari, and I can't remember his problem. It was the suspension. His suspension failed, so that was that. I just want to say, guys, it's been a disappointing day, but we're going to come back stronger in the Vietnam Grand Prix if we can get a good qualifying, that is. And as far as things go, it's just one of them things, you know. My tyre just completely blew up, and then I just spun, had a really bad crash. Now that my engine just couldn't really take it. But obviously, this is my new car. I am in the Sauber, so I can't move teams or anything unless after a few races I decided to change something. But yeah, apart from that, thank you guys very much for joining in, and sorry about that. Thank you very much for joining in, and I will see you guys in the Vietnam live testing or practice. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.